Yeah. Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So, everyone, we are very glad to uh, finally be reach here. This is the closing ceremony of the 7th edition of InOut, and it's been and it has been definitely a right to remember. We've put in a lot of effort from we've been doing this since 2015, since the very first edition of InOut back in 2015. Through the years, grew it from just a college, university hackathon to India's biggest community hackathon. That's something that developers across India used to look forward to, and that's how the community has grown. And our intention behind it was always to encourage the talent coming out of India to build cool stuff. And then if this time, like, we also help them, if they wish to, they could also have opportunities to take their project ahead. So that's something that I'm looking forward to speaking more about in a bit. So let me just start off with a couple of metrics, and then we'll get to our winners for the hackathon who will be presenting their projects. Yeah, so InOut is organized by DevFolio. I'm sure all of you already know about us. We formally started, so DevFolio but like came out of InOut itself uh, back in 2017. We built our own suite of tools to manage InOut 4, for which we had received about 4,500 applications. And we thought, like, why not allow the rest of the community also to host large-scale hackathons like InOut. And that's how we decided to build DevFolio, and it has been a very rewarding journey so far. Since 2019, we've grown to where we've just crossed 1 lakh users, and the journey so far has simply been amazing. So look forward to many more hackathons on the DevFolio front. Coming to InOut, this time we received 6,521 applications, the highest by far. And despite the pandemic and everybody being cooped up at home, uh, we were really, warmed by the kind of excitement these hackers had to build. We got 141 submissions this time, which we are extremely excited about. A lot of amazing projects on display this time. And one thing I'd like to say here is that though the top 5 winners will be presenting in a while, we really and truly believe that everyone who has submitted a project at InOut and has learned something new in the process is a winner. So no one can take that away from you. The top 5 winners are it's just a tradition at hackathons to rank winners, and we also had some cool gear to give away. That's why we have a top 5 list. But other than that, each and every submission is a winner in our eyes. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Matic Network, Larry Sites, Portis by Shapeshift, Rerev. You guys are absolutely amazing that you guys stepped up and helped us host this amazing event. This time we also did something interesting, introduced quadratic funding for the first time. And from what we know, is probably the first time it's been done in this sort of manner. So we put out blogs and everything about quadratic funding, probably add it in the description of the live stream as well. But then moving on, it was the first time that people could actually support developer projects in India. And like whether they thought the project was cool and they wanted to support them, or they just wanted to see if uh, they could help the developers turn their projects into products. They could do that this time at InOut. There were 2.9 lakhs of total public contribution. The Deffolio matched fund was 3.5 lakhs, was the Deffolio support fund. The top 5 projects through quadratic funding was Seva Shop, Dbuzz, Team for Hack, Teleport, and Workify. So great job, guys. I hope you guys take it ahead and we get to see some real cool projects being built. Other than that, other than quadratic funding, we'll also be shipping swag to all the valid project submissions at InOut. So if you've made a project submission and it's like up, all the code is public and everything, we'll consider it a valid submission, and we'll be shipping swag to you to your doorsteps. The top 5 teams will also get a chance to, if they've applied to the Build India Fellowship, they'll also get a chance to directly skip the applications and interview with us for the Build India Fellowship, through which we'll be giving out grants to support developers to over 6 months, up to $10,000 in support, so that we can see some cool and interesting products coming out of India. Yes, for the top 5 winners, this time we have 1,500 worth of gear, roughly translates to about 1.1 lakh INR. So this time, just because we could, we usually have a tradition of the top prizes not being just cash prize, because we really want people to get gear that they can use to build even more. So this time we have suggested a couple of prizes to winning teams, but then they can always request for anything else that they would like, that would help them build. So without further ado, I'd like to call upon the first prize winner, StanNote, to present their project. StanNote.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Denver, for this nice presentation. And could I just share my screen?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Is my screen visible now?
Um, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I'll begin with the presentation. Hi everyone. I'm Pragati from Team Hashtag. Um, Nowadays, as web conferencing and online meetings have become the new work culture, so often at times we face certain problems in keeping track of our conversations during these meetings, because sometimes these meetings may often vary up to 2 to 3 hours, and sometimes such an important conversation is going on and such an intense conversation is going on that you might end up missing out some important points. So here is Team Hashtag with our solution, StanNote. StanNote would help you in turning conversations into actions. StanNote is basically your easy to use online meeting assistant that backs you up with automated meeting minutes in almost every conversation. So in StanNote, there are 2 different platforms that you could use. First one is the Chrome extension that we have built. It is easily available on Chrome Web Store. Another one is our website that is basically built over React. So let's see how StanNote helps us. So first thing first, StanNote helps us to stay focused and productive because it could help you save time on board meetings, team management, and customer support, so that you don't so that you don't miss out the important things that are being discussed in a meeting. Then StanNote lets you generate shareable smart meeting notes with the help of our machine learning algorithms. We have come up with some unique machine learning algorithms using which you can just keep track of all the essential things that were discussed in a meeting, like the important action items, the decisions that were taken in a meeting, or the crucial insights that could be shared in a customer support meeting, maybe, and lets you turn them into a comprehensive and collaborative meeting summary so that no one has to manually do this task. Machine learning algorithms could easily back you up here. Then we have also planned to build a bunch of integrations. And one of the integrations that is currently available in StandNote is a Notion integration. With this Notion integration, you could easily push these automatically generated minutes of the meeting to your Notion document, and it could be easily shared with all of your teammates. So it basically helps you save tons of time. This StandNote is also available over Chrome Web Store, from where you can just install it in just a few clicks. We already have 11 active users, and I guess people would love to use it. If you guys get a chance, please do check out our Chrome extension and try to use it at least once. We hope that it would be really helpful. We came up with the idea of making a Chrome extension so that it could support cross-platform meetings. For example, there are people using various platforms like Google Meet, Zoom, BlueJeans, GoToMeetings, Microsoft Teams, and many more other alternatives. So a Chrome extension is the easier way to cover all of these platforms, and it could be helpful in just the same manner with a matter of few clicks. Then um, this is our website. This is basically our dashboard. Every user has its own dashboard where you could easily organize all the meeting notes. We also have given a few options of organizing these meeting notes. You could also just edit a certain meeting note or see the full meeting text that was being discussed in a meeting. For example, this is one of our meetings that we have had with Aniket. You could just see this is how generated meeting minutes look like. From here, you could also see the full text that was discussed in a particular meeting. Then this is the meeting summary that is generated with the help of our unique machine learning algorithms. We are also providing a few features like a confidence score, and this confidence score is out of 100. This tells you that how effective this speech to text translation was, and then how effective our summarization was. Then we have also implemented a few NLP algorithms that could help you identify how was the ambience of a particular meeting. Was it happy, neutral, or were there some serious conversations going on? Then there are some basic CRUD options available so that it could be really helpful to the owner of that particular meeting. If you want to add particular points, or by chance, if there are some errors due to the machine learning algorithms, you could just fix them up easily and add anything that you want. Just save them, and then they could be easily pushed to Notion. I'll just try to show it. We have also integrated our Notion doc. It will be pushed in just a matter of few seconds. It takes some time. Okay, it's taking a lot of time. So I would like to discuss till then how was our journey at InOut. Our journey at InOut was a really special one, and it was in fact very great. And me and my team is really grateful to the whole Devfolio community for organizing such a great hackathon where we were not just able to build a certain product, but we were able to get enough mentorship from the speakers and almost everyone at the Devfolio community. So as you can see, these are the meeting minutes that are pushed to our Notion doc. So I'm really grateful to mentors at InOut. Like we had a conversation with Nabarun, Surajnath, and even with Aniket multiple number of times, and then Denver. They really helped us to design and overall in planning of this product. So really grateful to these people. Then again, really grateful for quadratic funding concept because this could help us get what we deserve for our project. And this is like a payment that almost every developer wishes that their project could get so as to carry it forward and make something great out of it. Then yeah, that's mostly it from our side.
Thanks for that, Pragati. So I personally found StandNote pretty interesting, uh, and like this is something that we face a lot ourselves while running startups, and I think it's definitely useful. Uh, Srijan, any thoughts here you would like to add?
It was just a great project for the and the team. Like, kudos to you. I found it very curious how it works and everything. So I'll go and check it out. Yeah, it looks really amazing.
Thank you so much, everyone. We kind of came up with this idea as we are all students, and we had to shift to this online classes scenario, and we were facing a lot of difficulties in keeping track of all the notes, etc. Then we also started thinking from an organizational point of view, and we realized that this is kind of a big problem that almost everyone is dealing with nowadays. So we tried to build it, although we faced a lot many problems in the beginning, and the mentors at InOut were really helpful in helping us figure out how the flow should be.
That's great. Um, Ariman, anything you'd like to add? I'm really sorry. I think I completely forgot to introduce Aryaman and Srijan beforehand. But then Aryaman has been is a volunteer at iSpread and an investor at Prophetic Ventures. Um, he's been integrated with the Indian ecosystem since a while now. And we also have Srijan with us. Srijan's from Clarisites, Chief of Staff at Clarisites, also an ex in-out hacker. So glad to have them as well with us. Uh, so Ariman,
Yeah, thanks, Denver. I love that you guys called me back. I really enjoy being part of the sort of community, and every time I do this, I just get excited and energized because there's so much amazing talent in this country and so many awesome devs. And I love that presentation. It looked like a very complete product. It looked like something very useful. I mean, of course, like there will be some inaccuracies, there will be some error, when you sort of try to do text to speech and anything that involves kind of like probabilistic stuff. But that's okay. I mean, I just love the sort of ambition to build that product to solve your own itch. And I hope you guys become entrepreneurs, Pragati. And when you do, call me for funding.
Thank you so much. We're already on our way, and we are really grateful to Deffolio for helping us in that too. Like we already applied for Build India Fellowship. Hopefully, we get selected there and seek some more mentorship and funding maybe from there as well.
Yeah, yeah. Just call. Just find out my contacts and just reach out.
Sure. Thank you so much.
yeah, so I think let's move on to the next theme. I really hope you can see the right screen. So it still says sign note. Yeah. Can you see my screen, Aniket?
Yeah, your screen is visible.
So the next prize winner is Team Bucks Out. They made a quick live. So I'll hand it over to uh, Team Bucks Out to present the project.
Thanks, Geneva. Just a second. I hope my screen is visible to you all.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Aurel, you can begin. Aurel, can you hear me? Just a second.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good evening, everyone, and a very warm good evening to one and all present here. And thank you so much to join us on this closing ceremony of InOut 7.0. Here we are, members of Team Bugs Out, to present our project named Crick Life. So, Crick Life is basically live cricket anytime, anywhere. So, the basic idea of Crick Life is to provide its users live cricket streaming. CricLife is based on an entirely new concept of providing its users live cricket experience through live text cricket commentary. Basically, what we do is we grab live text commentary of cricket in real time, and then using an AI, we convert that text commentary into a real-time action using animations in Unity 3D. So let's imagine there's an India versus Australia match going on somewhere, and you want to view the match live. So what do? Either you switch on your TV and put it up on the channel, or either you tend to watch it on some streaming service like Hotstar or Sony Live. Let's say you are not at your home and you have some internet connection issue or high, or you have less data or any kind of issue. So what would you do? You would go on Google and search for the live scores. Maybe if you are a more dedicated fan, you would tend to read text commentary to really imagine yourself what is really going on that stadium. So leave it on Crick Live. Now Crick Live would instantly grab that live text commentary and convert it into the real life match simply using offline animations. Also, it would provide you audio commentary, both English and Hindi, and there would be dynamic ground sounds giving you an entirely fascinating experience. It is completely driven by Unity 3D and artificial intelligence, and CricLife has an ability to recreate most of the possible situations in real life cricket. And also, we have also CricLife not only provides a basic TV experience, it also supports VR mode, which makes it possible to users to have an entirely new experience.
Okay. Moving on to live demo. We will be presenting a short video over here.
So here is a quick demo of Crick Live recreating a live match directly from the commentary.
Okay, so for demonstration only, commentary is shown at the top, which is sent by our servers, and the corresponding play shots are created from the text commentary itself. So here's a quick snippet of one of the matches from recent India versus Australia ODI series. I hope you enjoy.
ये बढ़िया ड्राइव है, गैप में ड्राइव है, ताकत है कि जीतेगी रेस गेंद. दो रन और ये लेंथ नहीं. बल्लेबाज के पाले में आप गेंद डालेंगे इस सतह पे तो हशर यही होगा.
Okay, I don't know if it was really smooth on the stream, but we could share the video link after this presentation. So moving on with the presentation, let's move to the features of QuickLive.
Hope you enjoyed the video. A quick review of the features. QuickLive works on a unique text-to-action technology, and it takes cricket commentary as input to create matches. QuickLive can recreate live matches in real time with audio commentary, scintillating animations, and dynamic ground sounds. Since the animations are offline, it has minimal internet usage and ensures smooth streaming on slow and unstable connections as well. It uses dynamic AI to animate most actions fairly accurately. It has two modes, VR and 3D, and with the VR mode, you can roam freely on the field. You can watch from the umpire's point of view or from the player's size itself and experience cricket like never before. QuickLive was developed on Unity 3D game engine and is thus cross-platform and compatible across all major platforms, including Windows, Android, and iOS.
Now, let me tell you about our journey. When we started off with the project, we didn't know if we would be able to make it to the finalist. None of us were skilled in Unity 3D, Blender, virtual reality, and some other technologies we used for building CrickLive. We also faced a lot of challenges here, especially when extracting the data from the audio commentary using AI, implementing multi-threaded WebSocket clients in Unity 3D game engine, building 3D models of our own, as all the other alternatives in the market were quite expensive. Our journey of building QuickLive, right from the ideation phase to the development phase, it has been a roller coaster ride for all of us, despite the hackathon being virtual this year. We really enjoyed a lot. Thanks.
Mजा आ गया InOut experience.
Sorry to
Good job.
interrupt.
Good job.
Sorry to interrupt. Mehak is about to share some experiences which she felt in while in out.
All right.
Mehak, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. So, we are sophomores from IIT Roorkee and we participated in InOut for the first time, and we had a really great experience throughout the hackathon. Since InOut was online this time, so we faced some difficulty in collaboration, but thanks to Discord and Defolio community, there were many sleepless nights on video call debugging the project, and organizers were really helpful, giving good reviews. And finally, the part that helped us most was the demo presentation. Organizers, like I remember Denver took our demo presentation, and his reviews helped us a lot in compiling our idea in a 7-minute video. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great job, guys.
Guys, amazing project. Honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Anyone else, feel free to pitch in. Otherwise, Ariman and Shijin, if you're around, any thoughts? Like, I think, it's something really cool that they took something like cricket, and made it much more accessible. I'm really interested in seeing like how people end up using this.
You're right, but I think I found it very exciting of what.
Yeah, I think this falls within the definition of one of the really, like, this hack was really unexpected. Like, it's not something that you can like I've seen so many hacks over the years, but then one thing is that I personally have a preference for AR apps. Also, they're pretty cool. The wow factor is pretty good. So I think that's also something that's pretty cool here. Yeah.
And the video was amazing, by the way, guys. It was just fantastic. Great work.
Yeah, what a wild idea. So take a text stream of a cricket game and turn it into a video with sound and stuff. Like, I love it. Amazing creativity and execution, and some small things again like that you guys will improve on. But obviously this is a hackathon, so it can't be like fully ready. But just nonetheless, hats off. Like, love to see it. Super creative.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, even when generative models, they're so tough to make. I was really surprised to see what you were able to make just with lyrics. Like people are still stuck upon making images from captions, and you've already reached the 3D model stage. That's pretty cool.
Thanks a lot. Means a lot.
So next up, let's have Teleport over. This is also a pretty interesting project, a fully decentralized P2P file sharing tool with unlimited capacity. That's quite a mouthful, and let's hear it from Mohan and Kandavil. Come on.
Okay. Hi. So hey everyone. We teleport, and so to put it in a single line, we're kind of like a Google Meet for sharing files, but with the convenience of AirDrop. That's kind of two different technologies put together, but we'll get to why we put that single line. We could have actually used this instead of that mouthful words that we had, but we came up with this very late. So the pain points, right? File sharing has always been cumbersome. So if you have a MacBook in your lap right now, and you have an Android phone, or you have a Windows PC or something, you can't get it. You can't get the files easily because MacBook recently, they removed USB slots. You have only Lightning cable, and if you want to even put a pen drive inside, you need to purchase a 5,000 rupees adapter, and it's a very big pain. And even then, you can't transfer files between Android. And so even if you have an Android phone and you have a Windows PC and you want to transfer something in WhatsApp, yeah, it works, but 25, there's a limit. In emails, there's a limit. So the only way is using Dropbox, right? But you need to make an account, all these things, and it's not anonymous or decentralized or anything. You're using someone else's storage for your personal files, right? So that's what Teleport tries to solve. These are the pain points. These are things that every one of us face every day. So it's something that would be a natural extension of everyone, that everyone would be using every day. And a norm would be teleport me the files would be the new norm when teleport hits the market. So it's exactly like AirDrop in a way, but it's no longer restricted to Apple's ecosystem. So we're gonna see how. Before that, how teleport works and how we are decentralized is something that has to be touched upon. So this is how we work. It's a P2P file sharing platform, but we need some kind of broker server. So I'm going to play a video here. So if you see here, so both of the computers need a central point to discuss about their network information. And from that point, they establish two independent pipes and the server disappears. So it's completely decentralized, and that's why we are unlimited capacity, because the capacity is your internet bandwidth, not us. So we are the broker who help you both to get connected, and we provide the convenience, productivity, and all these things. One second. It's like, okay, and it also has a cool topology that which I think is pretty amazing, but a lot of people won't get to see it. So initially, what Teleport does is when lesser number of users are there, it connects with them using a single pipe. The master, the person who started sharing the files, will connect with multiple people. Oops, 1 second. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And at one point of time, what happens is as more users grow, it kind of connects with everyone else like a torrent and helps you to increase the bandwidth of your file transfer. So the more users come in, the more bandwidth you get. So let's just say you're at a conference and you put a 500 MB virtual machine. You're not bottlenecked by getting the file from one server. You're getting it from multiple peers near you. You're going to use every one of their bandwidths to receive the files. So it knows how to adapt. You don't have to think about anything else. When the scale increases, Teleport automatically adapts to these kind of mechanisms. So that's the dynamic topology part. And so this is a seamless file sharing part. And this is something that everyone liked. So I'm going to show this. So you create a portal in your PC. Oh, okay. Yeah, you create a portal in your PC, and you get a notification in your phone that someone has John's PC has created a portal in your network, and that's it. And the PC has started has put the file inside, and we are now getting the file in our phones. It's that simple. So it doesn't matter if you're a Windows machine or an Apple machine or anything. It just works. It's like AdRob, but it's not connected to any kind of platform. It's not tied to any platform anymore. So that's the local LAN part. And we also have a feature where if the user wants to share a file or something to someone private, and he doesn't want people to know in the local network the number of he doesn't want people in the local network to know that he's created a portal. He can use the private portal. The nearby portals won't be shown, but using the URL you can access, and you can share clipboard content or files, and it'll ask you to log in. This is particularly useful for organizations to deliver sales pitch videos or something like this to directly to the client, and there's no central person like WeTransfer. If you've heard about WeTransfer, they take your files and deliver to the clients, but you have to trust them with your files. You send the files to them and they transfer it to the clients. This pretty much solves it. Being P2P, the file never leaves the premise. That's the goal here. Okay. Yeah, and this is something that developers would love. So you can create a portal in your browser, and you can download it you can download it in the PC, or you can send something in the CLI, and you'll automatically get it here in the browser. And that's pretty cool because there are two different things. Developers would love to use CLI, and the non-tech people would love to use the browser version. So we didn't build two different things. It's a hybrid module, just the front end is different. So this is one feature. And there are a lot of other things that I can't cover in a single video. But to be straightforward and say how we're different than other file sharing clients or something, I could probably drop a line that Apple dropped in the recent M1 chip release. They said we're better than 90% of the Windows PCs. So we can tell something like that, but we did actual benchmarks. So take a similar tool, Blaze, which actually takes around 6 minutes to transfer a 500 MB file from your phone to PC. But if you use Teleport using the zero torrent creation wait time, that's a unique feature of Teleport, you can send the same file in 3.45 minutes. And there's an existing tool which uses WebRTC, basically this technology we're using to replace P2P. It hits a bottleneck of 1.2 Mbps because ShardRock was created in 2014 when WebRTC came. From till now, WebRTC has grown so well that even Google Meet is using it. I mean, everyone are using it, right? So right now, our upload speed is up to 5 and even 6 and 7 when the time comes. So it's equal to the LAN speed. That's pretty amazing when we achieve it. The cost estimate is pretty low because there's no storage, there's no database. There's just one server, this broker server, which is analyzes how much data is being sent or something. We can do some analytics or something, but it's just too low. We just need max of 800 rupees to run Teleport for a month for around 1 lakh users, because it's just a mediator. It doesn't do anything else. The front end is hosted through our service, by the way. Yeah. And so we can host Teleport around $900 for 5 years. This is a very worst case calculation. We could probably run it even more in a lesser cost. I guess we achieved the amount we needed in the Devfolio quadratic funding round. We are very happy about that. So Teleport is going to run for the next 5 years for free. And it's going to be free for the community. And for organizations, Teleport is going to be, it's going to be an in-house tool. At the same time, it can help deliver files to different clients. Another places where Teleport can change things is in a printer shop or something where you deliver files You don't have need a USB anymore. There will be a QR code. You scan it, you drop the file, it reaches the printer's PC. No USB, no virus, nothing. You can also, stay at your home and directly establish a P2P connection using Teleport and send your prints or something and schedule the prints from your home. So these are cool use cases that we can come up with. There are a lot of places we can discover with this tool, just because of the very low investment thing that this has. The technology we use is pretty amazing, and I think we've nailed it. After working for 1.5 years on it. So this is our journey on WebRTC and in InOut as well. So we started working on WebRTC at Facebook Developer Community Challenge. We were the winners of it. We won $5,000 in the Indian region. Then we created an open source module. Then we created AirShare, which has 15K downloads in Homebrew. It's also a file sharing tool, but it had a lot of flaws. We learned all of it and learned the flaws in it, and we put all our learnings in Teleport, and we solved all the issues. And AirShare is also a popular project. It has 600 stars on GitHub. It's pretty cool. It has it's being used by a lot of people, but it's a CLI tool. It's not a web browser tool or something like that, but Teleport. But Teleport can run the CLI and the browser at the same time. Experience at InOut, I can't, it's been pretty amazing. I've been to InOut before, even at the last edition. I guess I didn't find a team. I was the only one who was there. I didn't find a team, so I had to randomly go to a team, and there was no, there's no chemistry between in the team, right? It's really, really hard. But I found a lot of amazing people at InOut. That's when I came to know about DevFolio, and I've been going to DevFolio hacks all this year for 1.5 years or something. And I really miss the hackathon experience. It's unreal to get on the stage and present it to hundreds of people sitting in chairs. It's pretty amazing. So that and the quadratic funding really helped us. So we got around 5,000 impressions in our tweet after DevFolio and InOut tweeted us. So I have 20 followers in Twitter. Teleport wouldn't have reached this much without them and the quadratic funding that allowed us to raise more money. And we've raised around it's around 77K or something. $900 is 66K. We've actually raised more money than we actually quoted. In a worst case as well. So we were really happy with the amount of we got and all these things. And yeah, the crazy hacks. I really love Crick Live. It's pretty amazing. It's just even I don't know how I use it, but it's still a great hack. That's how you think about it. So in InOut, that's how I've always that's how I always think about InOut. Like last year, people created music with AI. That's pretty amazing. So InOut is full of crazy things, and we developed Teleport, and virtual hackathon is pretty unique experience, and AirMeet is amazing. I never thought a platform that would at least match with the actual hackathon experience we get. So that's pretty amazing. And that's it. Thank you. Thanks for all the mentors.
Cool stuff, Mohan. And personally, like to say this, what I really like, I like, of course, Teleport is pretty cool, but then Mohan and his team, they've been churning out cool stuff since a while now. And I really like their spirit. And in fact, even at InOut 6, I remember you were kind of a wild card entry at that time. I think you cleared the quiz that we had, and then made it at the last absolute last moment. Remember, you just got off this one, and then so I think that's what I really like. And over the times as well, I've met you at other hackathons as well, and sometimes probably you didn't agree with the judges scoring and everything, but I'm happy that that didn't stop you from continuing building, because you build for building's sake. That's I think that's what's pretty important, and that's pretty cool that you've been doing it. Yeah. Anyone else would like to add? Yeah.
Really, I want to kind of talk to everybody, like every single team. I want to talk to you guys after, just jam out, understand what you built, geek out with you about how you built it, and you just go deeper. But like seriously, congratulations to everybody. Every single team has done an amazing job, and even the ones who aren't going to be presenting today. I saw like a lot of great projects while looking through the Devfolio site. So just respect, as they say. I put respect on your names, all of you.
It was just amazing. I really like the project. Pretty sure I'll reach out to you, post this, and geek out on how what was your take on this. Really amazing. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Great. Let's have the next team over. Okay. Okay, it's finally time for Seva Shop, taking all Indian services digital. Yeah, go ahead, Seva Shop.
Hi guys, we are Team Growmore and we're the team behind Seva Shop. Seva Shop helps you take any service-based business online in just 15 seconds.
So the story started when my dad asked me to take his car workshop online. He realized that a huge number of people are coming online and wanted to leverage this channel to attract more customers, of course. So I tried out Shopify to build a store, but its US-based pricing was just too expensive for us, and it was almost impossible to set up for my dad. Then we came to know about alternatives like Bikai, Dukan, but all of them then again lacked an essential feature of booking, which almost every service-based business requires. Finally, we also explored listing ourselves on aggregators, but doing so was just not sustainable as they charged quite high commissions and the brand value of my dad's workshop would have been lost.
And that's when Rohan came to us and we realized that this is a bigger problem in the whole service-based industry in India. There is no easy way for individuals to book on-site services. The brand of small businesses is lost if they list themselves on aggregators. And it is very expensive and time consuming for them to set up their own stores and create content for digital marketing or marketing their e-commerce stores. And that's where we come in. Seva Shop helps service-based businesses like personal fitness gyms, salons, car workshop, home services, and many more create their own e-commerce store in just 15 seconds. Seva Shop helps them save time when booking and managing appointments. It will also help them increase their sales by sharing ready-made promotions and graphics on platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook Marketplace, etc. on just one tap. And then it will also help them to track and manage their entire business with analytic tools. So let's get into the product.
Yeah. Now let's have a look at the product that we made during the hackathon. So this is our website, which tells about all our features and how it is going to help our customers. It is also multilingual, and through our journey in InOut, we were also able to put our application on Google Play Store, which we plan to do from the beginning. Now let's have a look at the demo of Seva Shop. Hi, this is the Seva Shop app that a salon owner would use in order to set up their online store. And they can do that within 15 seconds just by entering some basic information about their business. And that's it, they're done. Once they're done setting up their online store, they can start adding the services that they offer. Now, once they have added all of their services, they can view their shop as a customer. Then they can start receiving bookings. But before they receive bookings, they have to share their store with potential customers. And we help them in doing so by providing them with various templates which are already customized with their branding on it, easily shareable with just a click of a button. Now, let's have a look at the customer journey. The customer would receive a link of the shop. They can access the shop through the link. They can browse through the shop, look at all the services and the offers. Then they can book the services just by selecting them and entering their name and phone number to receive timely updates about their booking. Now they can select the hair specialist of their preference, the date and time. Now once they have placed the booking, the salon receives a notification about the same booking. The salon owner can then reject or accept the booking. Once the salon owner accepts the booking, the customer gets a confirmation from the salon. After the actual service is performed at the salon owner can receive payment in cash or other payment methods. The customer receives a link through which they can pay for the service.
Now let's understand the whole SMB e-commerce landscape. First of all, there are product-centric businesses for which, let's say, a Kirana store or an electronics store can go online. Then come aggregators like Ditto, Quicker Easy, Ding, BU Salons, Go Mechanics. So these are aggregators under which the business has to go under their brand and pay them commissions to go online. And then comes Seva Shop. While it is possible to do a service-based listings on Shopify and Google for Business, it is a much more daunting task and requires paid add-ons.
So guys, something about us. We are undergrads from IIII Delhi, and we definitely plan to take this venture forward. And we've also assigned roles to ourselves. This is pretty much it. I'm Srijan, and we have Royal and Rohan.
Hello, I'm Royal. All right.
So a little bit about our experience at InOut now. So we really loved one thing, that the length of the hack was 1 month. So, it gave us time to work on all three aspects of the product. So we were able to build a product instead of a project. We were able to ideate, then we were able to build it, and then we were able to even ship it after talking to customers. All three of us went to salon owners near our houses, and we tried to, even do beta testing with our customers. Then even the theme was in line exactly as what we needed. And the remote part, really helped us to not travel to all the way to Bangalore as Royal traveled last year. So guys, one more thing, Royal was a winner of the grand winner of last year's.
Last year InOut was very nice. It was my first InOut, and I was the grand winner of InOut with different teammates. And this time we came fourth, which is even better. And the quadratic funding part, which enabled us to talk to our friends and family and share our vision with them, tell them about our idea and what we are doing, really motivated us and pushed us even further that everyone is now involved, and this is not something just like a project. This is something real that we want to take forward and we want to work on. So that was a really good part of this InOut. And yeah, it has been an amazing experience, which would have not been possible without amazing mentors and amazing teammates that I have. So yeah.
Yeah, it has been like a really good experience. And like even since like InOut closed, we've been working on it every day to improve it and improve it and improve it and improve it, reach the goal that we want to. Just like, let's say we're just a few weeks away from actually onboarding now customers and see if they're using the app, and then keep on improving and go on like that.
So right now we are only catering to the salon industry, but further going ahead, we plan to incorporate other services as well, like car workshops and doctors and similar services. So yeah, we have great visions for Seva Shop. Let's hope 2020 goes in our favor. 2021. Oh, 2020 was not a great year. I'm really sorry.
So yeah, thank you, Defolio, for this opportunity.
Yeah. Yes.
Super. Since Srijan was kind of applauding everybody else, let's give him a round of applause. I like that, by the way.
I was also applauding everyone.
Great job, guys. Running out of good things to say, but really love the fact that you started from a real pain point and sort of built a solution around that. It looks like you made a lot of progress in 1 month, and again, would love to speak to you guys afterwards, and congratulations on all the great stuff you pulled off.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It was just fantastic. I'd love to catch up with you guys, understand what to approve. It was just fantastic. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks, Srijan. I mean, our teammate is also Srijan, so it's kind of weird when we say your name and whenever Denver say your name.
Yeah, it's been really confusing for me since the start of this.
This is the first time I ever met someone called Srijan.
Yeah, same man, same. Srijan meeting Srijan. This is.
Oh, भाई vibe हो गई भाई ये तो.
So I'm sure probably next time you're in Bangalore, probably both the Srijans can catch up.
Definitely that Spider-Man meme, yeah.
That we are. So
Okay.
yeah, so with you guys, like I think you are one of the few like who managed to work on almost all aspects, like pretty much with the same level of enthusiasm. Otherwise, a lot of people like they just build something and then like marketing and everything. Like we're developers, we don't care about all of that. But then it's pretty cool that you guys did it. So to say, it's not like this one, like because InOut has always been a space where you can come and build anything you want, something cool or whatever. Even if you think it doesn't have any market potential or something like that, you can build that also at InOut, and that's also cool. But this time we also wanted to see if anybody could try and take it ahead, and it's really great that you are actually taking it ahead. You've already given yourself roles, but I'm sure internally each one of you will be jumping here there, do whatever it takes, din raat ek karke. You will,
Definitely.
Yes.
Right, make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm really
We
happy.
definitely will, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job. So I think time to move on to the next, and that's Zero Pass. So I'm not too sure, like, do we actually have someone from Zero Pass in the call? Do we have Digvijay, I think, and Aniket, Digvijay or Heather join the call?
No, they didn't.
Okay, Heather is actually in the US, but Digvijay, he would be around. Okay. Okay. I don't think they are here. Okay, let's move on to our other winners. So we also have team Pornhub, pretty interesting name. Secure means of demonstrating POCs for bounties, and they won the POTUS by Shapeshift prize, and you all can take it ahead now.
Yeah, cool. I'm audible, I suppose.
Yeah, you're audible. Can't see you though, but
yeah, just turning on my video. Oh, just a minute. I hope I'm visible now.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so just sharing my screen. Okay, so here's our project we made for InOut. It's named Pornhub. It's yeah, let's just leave the name there. It's just a small pun there. So you can see the tagline down there, porn him to own him. So first of all, let's just understand what we mean by this word porn. So in the world of computer security, CTFs, and in general like cybersecurity, this term is meant when you like hack someone and take over the systems, or are able to like do any kind of like security compromisation in any system. So yeah, that's what this word means, and it should make it easier to explain further. And yeah, I'll be using this word since I'm pretty used to it. Okay, so first of all, let's start with what like something that's a prerequisite for our product. So we are mainly targeting these things called bug bounties. So what are bug bounties? Let's understand that. So here you can see two logos, like one says HackerOne, one says BugCrowd. So these two are very famous platforms where bug bounties take place. What happens? Well, let's say you're a company. Let's say you're a big company, like something like some big company A, and you know that I have a big code base, and and you're not sure if your product is completely secure, as like vulnerabilities are very very niche. So what a lot of companies do, like my company A, I'll just go and put up a posting on HackerOne or BugCrowd and tell that I'm looking for individual security researchers who can try out my products and try to pawn them, and like try to like find any sort of security, try to compromise the security of my app. And they would do several listings, like for example, if someone is able to get remote code execution, for example, they're able to execute code on my servers, they'll be getting a lot of money, because that's the biggest security breach one can have. Let's say they're able to leak the information of my user, or they're able to log in as some user like they're not supposed to. That's also a big vulnerability. We have more vulnerabilities like XSS, XXE, and a lot of them. So everyone, like companies, try to list on these platforms the vulnerabilities they are looking out for, and what sort of payment will they be giving to the individual security researchers. So yeah, that's a way a lot of people actually make a living out of. A lot of freelancers out there just doing this thing. So yeah, so let's first of all understand how do bug bounties work. And here we have Mr. Bob Ross, who will be our hacker. And here it's just a simple stock image I got for a corporate man. So yeah, let's shift to paint, since it's my favorite thing for demonstrating things. Okay. Okay. So Mr. Bob Ross found a vulnerability in the application. He found a vulnerability. And what shall he do? He goes to any of the platforms, right? Let's just leave it here. And what he'll see, he through that platform he finds some listing, and through that listing he calculates our big bad corporate man, as we'll be calling him here, since that's the cases we are looking out for. So what big bad corporate man does, he tells, okay, that's great, we're surely looking out for a vulnerability. So let's say Mr. Bob Ross tells that I found an RC in your server. Okay. So now a lot of time what happens, that this big bad corporate man would go and tell him, no, it's not an RC, it's something else. And what they'll do, they'll take the vulnerability Mr. Bob Ross found, and they'll not give the appropriate payments. Like go out on Twitter and see that this is a very common problem in bug bounties, since there is no proper way one can quantify what is exactly meant by the companies when they do various listings, because it's just emails going back and forth that I found this, and he'll say, okay, no, you found this, that's good, but that's not the vulnerability we are giving that much money for. You'll only get this much, or sometimes they get outright denied. So yeah, that's something a lot happens. So what does this system lack? It lacks a proper systematic approach through which one can verify if they are doing the right thing or not. So, okay, what is PwnHub? It is supposed to automate bug bounty verifications without any disclosures of their payload by the hacker. Also, it goes hand in hand with the current bug bounty platforms. So, a big thing, we are like HackerOne and BugCrowd are big things. So, we don't really aim to replace them. We aim to go in hand with them. And then how? I'll just show you. Okay, so why PwnHub? Because yeah, a lot of cases of underpayment and mishandling of cases by corporates against individual bug bounty hunters can be seen, and yeah, it also makes the integrity of the overall process better. So there will be a mutual trust between the two parties, and yeah, it would be better for both, for the hackers as well, as they will have more trust in the process. And yeah, we are very active in CTFs, which are like something like hacking events, and we do bug bounties occasionally. So we kind of feel for them, since we know the kind of effort it goes. It takes months to find one simple vulnerability. And when someone's living is on it, so it's a big thing. Okay, so I'll be showing a demo through some images, screenshots I've taken. So this is an application. I am a security researcher. I see a leaderboard up here, and I found a vulnerability and a simple SQL injection vulnerability in the search bar, such that the team SDS labs can be brought to the top of the list. So what I'll do, so yeah, this is my payload, whatever I've written a small Python script that will be able to do this. And so yeah, this is So this is behind the scenes of PowerUp. We have 3 services running, one serving the front end, one's handling the back end, and one's like a driver written in Go, who's which like the functionality of which we'll be able to understand soon. So what will happen? Yeah, so the Pawner will log into our account into the platform, and here they're able to create a new exploit, and this is an old exploit they've created. So what exactly is a new exploit? Let's see. So yeah, there are 4 options. Like you'll just fill in a name just to identify the exploit, a private GitHub repo so that no one else can see what that exploit is, the personal access token as we'll need to access it, and a setup gist, which will be some instructions that will be telling the corporate man what does my exploit do or what are some prerequisites of it. So yeah, so here we filled some stuff, and next up we have a new tile here is generated which shows that. So there's this copy link button. All the bug bounty hunter now needs to do is just click the copy link button and give the link to the corporate man, whoever is communicating with. So this is the page the corporate man sees. So yeah, here what he can do, the corporate man can put up a test case repo. So you see what we are doing here. The corporate guy can give public test cases, which are proper quantifications of the bug you are trying to, there'll be a proper quantification. Like he can check if the vulnerability the hacker has written actually does the thing the corporate guy wants. So there'll be some test cases here and some amount here, which will be in Ethereum. So yeah, we're leveraging blockchain here, and it's actually a good use case for blockchain, since we'll see its automation will come in handy later. So yeah, here the corporate man can respond, and okay, so here it can also, yeah, you can also view the setup just the owner provided. So what we have here is like, you can read here like the expert will be placed here, and yeah, it will make team SGS Labs rise to the top. Okay, so that's something the guy filled it, and oh my god, like what happened here? Okay, this is sad, but let's oh, my PPT is crashed. I'll just show it from the edit view. Can't do anything. Yeah, so copy link, and yeah, this has been done. Yeah, so we use a hot wallet, cold wallet procedure to transfer the funds from the corporate to the individual hacker. So yeah, it's just transferring the stuff to the cold wallet. And again, like the hacker can write his own scripts that will do the exploit. And here's the test case the corporate man has written. See, you can see he checks if SGS Labs occurs before some other index. So okay, so what our service did now, this as soon as the corporate man responded, our service pulled both the test cases and the script and ran the script and then ran the test cases on the script. So it will just blindly verify if the thing the corporate man wants is working or not. So it's a true here, that means it has been done. And we're able to see that running the script, SGS Labs has reached on the top. So what we see here, that claim has been initiated and the funds will soon be transferred automatically to the individual hacker. And yep, here we have the balance increases. And in case the test cases fail, the money will be returned back to the corporate guy. So we try to aim for automation here rather than just going back and forth with mails. And yeah, we have used the Portis framework as it made this process very simple, that we don't need to have any, we don't need to install any extensions and stuff. It can be done straight in the browser. Okay, so problems faced. Yep, we had certain problems in this issue. Like first of all was the thing like how can we go about solving this? Coming up with a solution required certain efforts from our side. And then using the Portis framework it was exciting, but it was difficult as it was something we had never used. Also, this was a first experience with blockchain in general, and we learned stuff during the hackathon, and we learned about the hot wallet, cold wallet procedure. And yeah, so that were some of the problems faced, but yeah, I think we dealt with them appropriately. And our journey, okay, so our journey has been a bit weird because the hackathon was a month long, but we are really lazy people, and in the end we turned it into a couple of days or perhaps a 3-day hackathon. So we woke up straight away for 72 hours and wrote the code, like just went on full on coding fury. So yeah, so that has been most for our journey. And yep, we have been seeking advices with the Portis team. We even tried to contact the Matic team, there was some miscommunication. Like we accidentally forgot to use the Matic APIs. Otherwise, we were trying to go for that category as well. And our experience at InOut 7.0, like it, like we have been to InOut last year, and we were amazed by the kind of hackathon we saw there. Like the arrangements, the stuff. So we already had high hopes for InOut, and we definitely had them met with the amount of with the type of community on Discord. We seriously enjoyed that. A big issue with online hackathons we face is like there is no communication. Like I'll just keep on DMing people and will get no responses. But at that wasn't the case. Like we kept on messaging people. We kept out an eye for the InOut times, and like the communication was great. And yep, hats off to the InOut team for pulling such a great hackathon in such situations. We're really happy with it. Yeah, that's it from our sides, and that's it. Okay.
Great job, Manas and team. I think it's like you truly lived up to the hacker ethos with the 72-hour binge.
Yep. Yeah.
Though that's not something that we would recommend.
Yeah, like we are like, our team is more like we like to work in sprints. So we just give away our sleep and just like work for complete days without
It's important
sleep.
to sleep. Manas.
Yeah, it's important, but yeah.
You'll realize that eventually.
Yep, I do understand. I have faced certain problems, but again, like giving CTS, we wake up for, let's say, like we sleep 1 hour for 7 days. So that's thing we are quite used to it.
Cool stuff. Ariman, if you're there, I think Ariman actually put down a comment. I'm not sure if Ariman is still there in chat. He's running a bit late.
I'll just have a look.
I think we also have two Ariman. Ariman from Team Bucks Out, and then we have Ariman here.
Hey Arman, if you're still here, I'm definitely up for the offer. I'm looking for people who actually work in the security community, since it's quite a niche field in India. And that's why we tried to make something upon computer security, since we have really never seen anything being made.
Yeah, so Ariman needs to take a bit of a break, but then he did put out a comment that I'd like to read out. Great job, Team Pornhub. Great team name too. Smiley face. Not sure if you know him, but you should talk to Sai Krishna Kotapalli. He's extremely active in the Indian white hat community. I think you guys will jam. I can make an intro if you don't know him. Cool stuff. Okay. Srijan says you should also reach out to Team BIOS. Yeah.
We're actually like, let's say we know Team BIOS because like we are from Team InfoSec IITR. So like we are sort of like rivals in the Indian community, like who will win out of us two. So yeah, so that's the thing. We know those guys. They're super cool people.
Which team is winning those?
This year Seesaw we won. We were above them.
And overall rankings?
Overall rankings, they're up. They are more active than us there. Yeah, so that's the thing we should give to them. They're really cool people. We like them.
Cool stuff, man. I really like this project. I actually went through it before the hackathon, before the judgment was going on.
Great. So let's move on to the next team. And I think Manas, you'll have to stop sharing. Yeah, right. Can you all see my screen again? Aniket?
Yeah.
Okay. So we also have the next track prize winner, Hermes. I think Anudit should be in the chat.
Hey everyone. So I'm from Team Bidlers, and we built a project called Hermes. Hermes is primarily centered around a concept called as NFTs. So in the blockchain, NFTs are essentially stand for non-fungible tokens. They are a cryptographic representation of things like artwork. They could be of a soundtrack, any sort of a digital content that you would want. It could even be a website like google.com. Any digital identity can essentially be encapsulated and referred to as an NFT. And especially taking a step back and explore the idea behind Hermes was essentially that the current world population stands at around 7.8 billion. Yet only 58% of the people have access to internet, and only less than 1% are actually using block technologies. This is sort of in part due to the accessibility of block and essentially these decentralized applications being very hard. Like you have to install extensions and maybe create an account, and there is a certain learning curve to it. And second of all, we have platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, which are increasingly becoming the primary source of information. I mean, I wake up and probably the first thing that I check is Twitter. And these websites are really dominated by likes and shares. There is no organic way for you to create and search content itself. So NFTs, especially in the blockchain domain, are increasingly becoming a sort of a decentralized social network wherein you can create and share artwork, posts, even tweets, and you can absolutely create NFT out of anything and sell it and create an entire economy around you. Very recently, there was an artist called Beeple, and he actually sold 7 of his paintings for around $3 million. And those were all digital artworks that were created and stamped on the blockchain. Now, currently, this entire ecosystem is of finance and actually having creators create content is very restricted for people who have knowledge and intimate knowledge about the entire blockchain ecosystem and whether and how to create NFTs, and smart contracts, and a lot of things. My goal with Hermes was to simplify this entire ecosystem and make the entry incredibly easy. So with Hermes, all you have to do is your phone number. So to the phone number, you send in a picture of your artwork and add in your Ethereum address. What it would do is that it would mint an NFT for you for that artwork and send it directly to your address. So now you can actually create and share content from anywhere across the world by simply sending an SMS to that phone number, and you get that in your account. And just to dive right into a very quick demo. Yeah. So creating and sharing content is incredibly simple. You go to Hermes website. You have a lot of artworks that have been captured across the world. You can see the Great Wall of China, and you can see these artworks and even purchase directly. So obviously you would need some certain extensions for this to work. You simply have the transaction, you hit confirm, and that NFT would be directly sent to you. You can send it forward, you can rent that NFT, and you can have the entire financial ecosystem that is bound by a traditional artwork as you would have directly in your hands. Now, one of the important things with this system was to make it accessible. So as you can create NFTs, you probably don't need any sort of an extension to. So maybe you have absolutely no extension and you're viewing on a Chrome website and you just pop open this website, you will still be able to view the same artwork and purchase it via Portis. So what it does is that in real time, it creates a wallet for you. It signs up. All you have to do is log in via email address, and you would have your own blockchain identity. This really simplifies the entry to the entire decentralized ecosystem. And all you have to do after logging in is just sign the transaction. And because everything is running on Matic, we can actually take care of the gas fees and make this entire ecosystem cashless. So you don't actually have to worry about anything. Just hit confirm and the NFT is yours. And similarly, you can search for any. So you have an organic way of discovering things. So let's say if I want to view wonders of the world, I just type in wonders of the world. Hit enter, and it will simply look up towards content that is created across the world by different individuals, and you would have those at a simple search. So maybe the picture of Taj Mahal, and they can also sell these artworks further and create an entire economy around that same image. So that was essentially the idea of Hermes, to simplify the entire blockchain system and make it incredibly simple for artwork creations and creators to actually monetize their content and sell it from anywhere in the world. And thank you. And talking just a bit about the InOut story. For me, it was my first InOut, and funnily enough, the last InOut that I applied to was, I think, InOut 6, and my application got rejected. And this year I am amongst the winners. So, I mean, yeah, the turnaround was pretty nice. So, I mean, I learned from a lot of people that a lot of people reached out, especially some of them had issues with their block up, and it was really nice to actually work with my teammates and just be able to actually ship a product that is used. And especially this entire blockchain ecosystem is incredibly new. So even if you build something that is so useful to someone, it really catches traction incredibly fast. So I have a lot of people in the community that are there and want to probably integrate this service into their own products and actually simplify entry into their own ecosystems also. So that worked out really well. Yeah.
Cool stuff, Anudit. So about, like you said, really good turnaround there. And incidentally about the in-person InOut and all the, it's not, it really takes a toll on us, not accepting people for it, because it's, and like with the kind of cult form following it has InOut has now, I think people take acceptance into InOut itself as a really big metric.
Good benchmark, yeah.
I've seen people mention it in their resumes if they just get accepted. That's also good, but then that's not by design. To be honest, if we had our way, we would be doing the InOut, the in-person InOut. Even if you could book a stadium or something, we want as many people as we can, but people we can reliably provide proper food and lodging and everything, take care of everything. So it's just the space constraints, and the space constraints are also coupled with the budget constraints. So hopefully we are getting there. And this time, kind of a pro that in the virtual edition we could accommodate a lot many more people, and then we could really have people like who could even not come down personally otherwise, for whatever reason, we could have them and they could build stuff. And okay, this says InOut 8 at Wankere. Just keep our fingers crossed. Cool. I think Ariman is on a break right now. Srijan, what do you think? Any thoughts? Like, I know NFT is one of the most far out ideas out there.
Yeah, I was just like googling about NFT and reading it. It's just fantastic. I never knew about it. Yeah.
It's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Great work, Anand. We'll look forward to diving deep into whatever NFT and
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and hope you can see my screen again. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So the other Matic prize winner is team token-free. They built price prediction market, and so Oracle resolved cryptocurrency price prediction market. It's a really cool concept. I think do check out their submission link. I don't think they are in the chat with us, on the call with us right now. Aniket, have they joined the call?
No.
Okay.
We have web authenticators with us.
Okay, all right. So I think for those of you who are seeing this on live stream and even later, do check out their project later on. It's a pretty interesting concept. And yeah, like I'll not speak much about it because it will take me a while to explain it as well as they could. So just go and check out their project. Some pretty interesting stuff. Even in the real world, it's basically kind of a prediction market in crypto, if you're familiar with it, like, and got a lot of press coverage recently with the US presidential elections as well. So do check it out. This entire space is pretty interesting. So now let's move back to team. Okay, I'm not sure. Team Web Authenticators. They built ZeroPass, had some scheduling issues, but they're here with us now. So I'd like to give it to Team ZeroPass now.
Thanks, Denver. Thanks all for having us, and thanks for accommodating the scheduling issue. We have Digvijay and myself here, and we built ZeroPass at this hackathon. Yeah, Digvijay, you want to introduce yourself really quickly while I share my screen?
Hi everyone, I'm Digvijay. I'm a full stack web developer, and we just randomly decided to build ZeroPass over this hackathon. And I'm currently building a few more products, and I'm in 11th standard.
Awesome. Thanks, Digvijay. Hey all, so I'm Hirday, and just want to quickly share with you the idea for ZeroPass. So, with ZeroPass, we want to bring biometric login to your favorite websites so that you don't have to remember another password ever again. So, we all know we hate passwords. Let's dig into why, right? Like, there's so much friction when you sign up for a service and you have to think of a password, right? And then like that service suddenly says, no, you actually need to include the dust of an angel and the blood of a unicorn for this password to be secure. And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go get those things. And so yeah, it's really not a great experience. And on the other side, all of these secure passwords are actually super expensive when they get breached because people keep sharing their passwords across sites. So a leak on like a service like Letterbox could mean there's a security breach at Google. And like those two things just do not make sense to me. And so, yeah, there's like total cost of data breaches annually because of how valuable passwords are $100 billion, and 81% of all hacking is password related. And that's just terrible. Like passwords are horrible. They're a remnant from the 90s when we had like 5 services to sign up to. And now we have these like awesome cryptographic methods and these amazing user experiences to go with it. And so we tried to build this solution called ZeroPass. We're trying to bring on-device biometric authentication using WebAuthn. So we want to be the developer toolkit and the API that helps your websites add biometric auth for your users. And so Touch ID, Face ID, Windows Hello, Android biometric authentication. Like you want to bring all of these things to your website, which is I think pretty magical. So WebAuthn was like adopted as recently as 2019, implemented as recently as September 2020 on all of major browsers. I actually got the idea for this watching like WWDC videos, which is something I do with my free time. I don't know why. But yeah, so the service now allows these websites to communicate with on-device platform authenticators. And so yeah, so the biometric info doesn't leave your device. It's public key cryptography, which means like only public keys are stored on our servers, which means I I can actually leak these anywhere on the internet and no one can do anything with them, which is crazy. It's also phishing resistant and social engineering proof because these credentials are tied to like the individual website. So if anyone tries to social engineer, you like think twice before putting in your fingerprint for someone on a phone call, which I think is great. Also, it decentralizes identity, which I think is really interesting. And I think resonates a lot with this crowd of people. So like Google Facebook authentication, right? Like it's literally like you're asking Google for permission before you sign into any service. And given the nature of OAuth, that means that how much time you spend on any service that uses Google Auth, like Google knows how much time you're spending on there. So it's not great. And so yeah, we wanted to build this decentralized identity, which means your device would be answering on your behalf and no one else. Yeah. And so why now? I've covered this. Yeah, it's hard to do because there's a ton of complexity involved. Like this is like one snippet of the code involved to like actually implement this as a developer. And so we wanted to make it easy, and like we scrapped all of that code, and this is now what it looks like using ZeroPass to like implement WebAuth. And so we are an NPM package, we are a server-side library, and we also have our landing page and demo. And yeah, so I can quickly switch over to the demo. If we have time, it'll take 10 seconds. Yeah, and so this is what it would look like now. You enter your name and then you choose like a username. You hit sign up, and I hope it works. Oh man, I think I'm having some connection issues. Okay, live demos are a bad idea, people. Don't do them. Um, but anyway, so basically you get to like sign up via your fingerprint, and you can take a look at our YouTube video for like a video of the demo. Quickly, going over Digvijay and my journey, like on building this. So basically, like I got this idea, like I said, watching WWDC video back in like September. And then I was sitting on it, looking for a good opportunity to build it. Hack InOut comes along, and I'm like, you know what? There's never going to be a better time. So let me go ahead and build this. And then I joined the opening ceremony. I see Digvijay on the chat, and actually, funny story. I interviewed Digvijay for an internship at my previous company, where like I was building this project, and so I knew Digvijay was a familiar name, and I knew he was fantastic. And so we were like, okay. Like if like by towards the end of the hackathon, if neither of us have a team or aren't building something, we'll just get together and build this out. So in the 3 days at the end of the hackathon, Digvijay and I built this together. And yeah, that was it was a great experience. And yeah, the InOut 7.0 experience. Okay, I want to take a second to really appreciate what InOut is doing for the hacker culture in India. um, I recently made this observation that like a lot of people are learning how to code, not enough people are learning what to code. And I think InOut is solving exactly for this. And I'm just so grateful to them for like, putting this mentality out into like all of our college students and making sure that we think critically about what we are building, because we have the keys to the future and it's about time we acted like it. And yeah, I'm really grateful to InOut for getting this done. Thank you so much.
Great stuff. David says he rejected me during the interview, but it's really cool that you guys managed to get together now. Yeah, and yeah, so again, Hidey and Digvijay, amazing stuff, and I think your hack was also very high on the wow factor. The wow factor just means like something like you have a demo and then it works. Not of course you were a bit unfortunate right now, but then it does work otherwise. Very cool stuff, and looking forward to it being adopted even more. Right, and Digvijay, really amazing the things you are doing while still stuck at school. And we are really big on breaking all these kinds of traditional barriers. And I don't know how your experience is going in the system right now, but then it'll be good that if we help you, reach your goals. Yeah, I think
For sure.
yeah, good stuff. Um, yeah, so I think Aryaman was out for a bit. I'm not too sure if he's back
I'm
now.
back. I'm back. Amazing. I mean, unfortunate that the presentation didn't work out, guys, but I encourage everybody watching this to actually go to the ZeroPass website and try it out. It works on my Mac machine really well, and like I think that's the future. Like I don't want to ever have to put a password in again. And I think the NPM package and the SDK that they provided is really useful, and you guys will enjoy playing with it. So congrats to Team ZeroPass.
Good stuff. Srijan, any final thoughts?
Very cool stuff. I'm just very fascinated by what Liquid J is up to be very honest. It's fantastic stuff. Looking forward to catching up with you guys sometime.
Great, great. So I think those are the presentations for today. We had 7 out of 8 teams present today, and in the end, really like to thank Srijan and Ariman for taking the time and to come here and give some interesting thoughts on all of it. Any final thoughts here, Srijan or Ariman? I think
No,
wants
I mean
to.
I'm gonna track down everyone and chat with you all, because I would love to learn from you even more. So congratulations once again. Even if you're watching this and you didn't present today because you weren't a winner, you're a winner in kind of my books. I think the presentations were super. Keep building. And yeah, 2020, the 2020s are going to be India's decade, I think. So let's build some kick-ass software and export it for the whole world. So great job, everyone.
Thanks, Ariman. Amazing. Really cool advice there. Srijan.
Yeah, I actually am very on a place which is very crowded, but quickly wanted to thank Denver and the Nepolia team for organizing it. I have been personally been part of InOut for a very long time, and to be very honest, it's the only community which has like continuously helped me grow. One of the best network I have has been through Nepolia. So yeah, kudos to everyone who like successfully built something. Would love to catch up with anyone about everything you are up to. Would love to learn from you guys. Yeah, so that's majorly it. I personally owe a lot to this community, what I am today. So yeah, looking forward to catching up with you guys, meeting you, sharing thoughts, sharing ideas, and building for India. Just wanted to plug Clarisites before I leave. We are building something very exciting, and if you're curious about building and solving hard engineering problems, feel free to reach out. We are hiring across roles. We'll be very happy to chat and share what we're building. Cheers.
For sure. Srijan, which in-out was it that you some?
I actually came, like, I was the first hiking out, which was in NIT Surat, right? I was there.
Okay.
And since then, I have been regular. I guess I missed InOut 4 or InOut 5 in between, but that's me.
All right. And by in-out 6, you were already, in-out 6, you were for Clarisites. Right?
Yes, we were for Clarisites.
Yeah. It's a nice journey through the ages there. And hopefully it's the same for others as well at in-out. And finally, I'd just like to thank everyone for joining in here, and really cool stuff being built. And yeah, so overall, just continue building, and don't want to sound cliche, but never stop building. And hope all of you carry the same energy forward. Thanks all of you for coming by. And I think on that note, we could end the call. Probably, yeah.
Okay, I guess we
Thanks,
should call
everyone.
cheers for everyone present here and the Foley community as well. So, hip hip,
Hooray!
hip hip,
Hooray!
hip hip.
Hooray!
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
That was a great experience.
Yeah.
Amazing, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Probably end the live stream now and then. Yeah, we still stream.